Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this conference. This conference titles as Public Relationships or Startups and How to Take Them to the Strategy Level. It'll be presented by Ms. Daniela Velasco. And first, I'd like to introduce you to her by reading some valuable information and achievements that she has accomplished during her professional career. Daniela Velasco is a young leader with experience in administration and motivation of teamwork, management of internal and or external communication of stakeholders, as well as entrepreneurship, development, and growth of projects. She is co-founder of the company HydroX, antiviral and antibacterial solution, and partner of the communication agency Backstage Lab MS, and current producer at Synertegia MS. She's a speaker on entrepreneurship, innovation, public relations, leadership, and more. She is a former captain of the Enactus Cusea Social Entrepreneurship Community, period 2019-2020. She also graduated from Trap Camp Entrepreneurial Simulator, New York 2019. Her areas of expertise are corporate image, entrepreneurship, innovation, design, and public relations. And well, to continue, I'll just remind everyone in this conference that in case you have any doubts or questions during the event, please send them to the chat and they are going to be answered at the end of the meeting. Now, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Ms. Velasco. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon to everybody. I'm gonna share my screen right now so we can start. Okay. Is everything it's okay? You can see the presentation and can you listen to me quite well? Just if anyone can tell me, please.
Everything good.
Perfect. Well, everybody listen about me right now, but I don't like to tell too much about me. I just want to tell that it's really amazing for me to do this for the first time in English. I have been done this conference for different Talentland, for Campus Party, for a lot of publics, but just in Spanish. This is my first time in English, so just try to keep it okay. Just try to, if you have any question, I'll be answering it. I will try to be the most clear in everything, in every step. And if you have any question, remember, just there are no dumb questions. So let's start. First of all, I gotta tell you something. Sometimes we don't know what public relations are. Every moment or every people that listen to me and I tell them that public relations, I'm a public relation people, they tell me like, for example, you are the person that is on the parties, like saying hello and hey, everybody, I'm giving the tickets, or you're the person that is with the president just saying hello and smiling. Well, really, that's not public relations. To start this conference, I need you to tell, and you need to know what's the real concept of public relations. The real concept of public relations is just the area or the area that it's constructed inside marketing is like a little arm of marketing in which it focuses in the image and everything that evolves or projects these things to the exterior, you know? For example, what do I mean on this? When we look for a merch or we talk about a product, we don't think about the product. We think about the business or the enterprise or the person that is selling this product, actually. So what I mean on this is that public relations is the one, or the public relations people is the one that projects or makes sense with the product to connect with the public or the stakeholders. In this case, the next time that you see a person that is arranged with the public relations team, you can know that it's not only the person that is going to be smiling on an event. So getting and agree with this concept that I just told you, let me ask you two questions. First of all, what is the most valuable thing for a company? Many people say that the most valuable thing from a company is the product or it's the money. But let me tell you, that's not the real thing. The most valuable thing for a company is people. Yeah, people, stakeholders. The stakeholders inside the enterprise and outside the enterprise. So now that we know this, why do we buy what we buy? Yeah, it sounds like a totally crazy question. But let me tell you why I'm asking you this. There's a study from an important agency that says that 72% of the things we buy this decision is based on what we see inside the company, on what is the image of the company, what is the reputation of the company, the enterprise, or the organization that is selling this product or this service. So actually, our decision to buy something is not based on the product or the service. Yeah, it's not based on the quality, it's not based on the price. It's based on how do we look or how we will feel with the enterprise or the organization. Yeah, and let me tell you something really, really important in things about numbers. 80% of the income or the money that an enterprise receives because of selling a product or a service is because the reputation that it has. Yeah, it's because of how we feel with the company, how many confidence do we have in everything that involves that company. So the next time you're thinking on getting out a new product, the next time you're thinking on getting out another service, think about just in people. Think about how people feels about your enterprise, how people feels about you, CEO, how people feels about every person that works inside your company, not just on how the product is gonna be or how the quality is gonna be. Now, thinking about reputation, some people just think that reputation is a good image. No, reputation is not involved specifically in great image. Reputation involves a lot of things. One thing that I love to say is that we have to be really, really confident on what we are doing. Why? Because if we are not confident on what we are doing, we're not going to project the real image and the real confidence to our client, to our stakeholders. Yeah. So you gotta be careful because reputation gets fueled or it's constructed every day. Yeah. And this is gonna get a very great and a very huge and a very strong image. Yeah, that is gonna happen. But remember that reputation constructs in a little bit of time, in a huge process. But one action can be done with this reputation. One mistake you make is gonna end with everything. So you gotta be quite simple on what you're doing, quite a lot of caution on what you're doing. First of all, reputation helps you with recommendations. What's recommendations? No, it's not just of recommendation that it's too good, I like the product. No, how people feel getting involved with your product, how people feel getting involved in the process of the service, how the experience of your client or your stakeholder is getting along. You need to try how everything feels. You need to have very happy people, how the image is selling here to you. Great image is not constructed on the branding of the business. No, it's not because of the logo. It's not because of the merch. It's not because of all the commercials that we have done for TV, for radio. No, it's not for that. No, you gotta see really, really in the deep how everything is okay. Because what I mean about stakeholders, when you have a great image, you need to understand that the inside of your enterprise has to be perfect. You need to understand that all your employees need to be happy. All your employees, all your collaborators, all your friends that are involved in the enterprise need to be with the shirt of the enterprise. If everything inside it's a chaos, everything from the out is going to be a chaos. Nobody will understand what you try to do if you don't figure out first how it's working the process inside. And yeah, remember, reputation comes down just in a minute. What helps us to have a good reputation, specifically long-term relations. You gotta understand that public relations, it's like a little tool of a little soldier with these UN soldiers with the blue cap, like everybody, when they touch it, they give peace. So the public relation person on your startup or your enterprise is gonna be the person that specifically will be peace, or that's gonna bring long-term relation, and this is gonna work in the next thing. You gotta remember something important. There's marketing, yeah, and public relations is inside marketing. That's right, yeah, everybody knows that. But let me tell you something. As a startup, as a business, sometimes finances are not really good. Sometimes we're having trouble on finance. Sometimes we're not selling what we want to sell. No, we're gonna have like so much trouble on getting everything arranged with the money. They're gonna get worried, and then we're gonna say, okay, so let's don't invest more in marketing. Let's don't invest more in everything that is going to be for our image, for our branding. That's a really, really bad mistake. Yeah, what is bad? Because you're gonna try to just disappear, and you don't get to disappear. Now on, we have to be as most present as we have to be. Social media is so quickly, yeah, it's so quickly. But let me tell you something. Without money, marketing is over. Without money, you can't pay commercials. Without money, you can't pay an influencer. Yeah. Without money, you can't be a radio. But let me tell you something good. With publicity, that is the other concept about public relations. Let me tell you that it's going to be easier. Yeah. What is publicity? Publicity is a concept created by the public relations theme, to say it like that in history, that it means that you can make marketing with just relations. Yeah, that's how you are listening, with just only relations. I mean, everybody knows someone that works in TV. Everybody knows someone that is really good at social media. Maybe you have one friend that is influencer, maybe not a top influencer with millions and millions, but maybe he has followers or she has followers. We have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have Kawaii. Many people is getting immersed on social media. Social media is free, yeah, but you gotta be so intelligent to tell, how can I arrange my pieces, yeah, so I can get connect to people that it's really important. How can I do that? Easily. Just make that people talk about you. How can I do that? Interviews. How can I do that? Inviting the press to my events. How can I do that? Just getting out with a lot of posts in social media. You gotta be in the mind of people. And let me tell you, does sometimes Facebook or Instagram is gonna put you a charge if you're using the platform? No. You're gonna put a charge if you wanna make some paid publicity, but you're not going to do that. You just have to be constant. You have to be perseverant. You have to be disciplined. Yeah. So publicity, it's a very good tool. Talking about publicity and talking about how or why do I have to use public relations on my startup or my enterprise or my daily life, let me tell you some advantages of publicity, specifically going into public relations. This will make more confidence for your stakeholders, as I told you. What I mean, more confidence, so I can work so happy, so I can understand the process, so I can understand how everything works. So people outside my enterprise, my clients, yeah, my investors, my competitors can feel the power that I have. I can feel that I'm so confident that everything that my enterprise makes is gonna be amazing. Another advantage is there gonna be more visibility. Yeah, right. What just I told you about publicity. You need to make people to talk about your enterprise, your service, your product. You gotta be in the mouth of everybody, in the mouth of everybody. Just don't forget that, because everybody is just looking at what is new or what is popular. So why don't you go to everywhere and you are on everywhere, so make it more visible. Yeah, you need to know that people just don't think on products. Remember, they think on merch. What merch I'm buying and why do I'm buying that merch? We need to be confident and need to be so confident to project what you need to project. This really good tool of publicity and public relations will make the difference from your competitors. Just think about how many of your competitors are using public relations and publicity. Are they using just marketing, traditional marketing? They are paying for commercials, they are paying for something in radio, they're paying a really huge amount of money just to get known for the people. Who's going to do it? Who is going to be the first one to do that? You got to be the first one. Yeah. So another thing is you're going to create business opportunities. So you're asking like why? Remember, long-term relationships. The world now is kind of trying to make connections with people with people, not business with people. People is important. People is the one that is going to be doing negotiations. People are the one that are going for trips, that are going to be in social media. People is going to be the key of your business opportunities. But you need to think that they're gonna be so emotional intelligence. What do I mean with emotional intelligence? You gotta prepare best or more or invest in preparing your people that investing in paying marketing, because you gotta know that people is important and the long-term relationships are gonna be done by people, not by machines, no by commercials, no by cell phones, no, people by people. Yeah. Another thing important, some advantages is sometimes public relations help us to anticipate crisis. Every startup, every business has crisis. What I mean for crisis, trouble, problem, yeah? Something inside the enterprise, something that is getting pumped with our image, something that is getting wrong, that is causing a lot of problem, that is cutting down our process. So how does public relations help us to do this if publicity is not connected to this? So let me tell you yeah, public relation is really connected to this. Why? Do you remember that little soldier that I told you with the blue cap of the UN? That's right. The public relation person is the one that is going to be inside your enterprise and is going to be watching everything. And it's going to be taking notes. And it's going to be listening. How? Yeah. And this person is going to give you strategies to fix that. And this person is going to give you a communication plan that we're going to watch a little bit later to try to understand how is happening the communication. Yeah, the inside communication, the outside communication. How people outside is thinking and looking to our enterprise. How people inside is feeling. How people inside is getting involved in the enterprise. And that brings us to connection and alliances. Relationships. Just don't forget that word. It's important. Relationships. Connections and alliances are not done if you don't have relationships. I don't mean relationships for love. I don't mean friendship. No, I'm just thinking about connections. Synergy. We need to understand that we have to work on a team. We are not alone in this world. We need to think that everybody has different talents. Everybody has different abilities. And we have to understand that we can bring a lot of projects, big projects, by making exchange, by making synergy. So with this synergy, you're going to have long-term effects, long-term relationships, long-term businesses. You are going to watch such an amazing work in team that everything is going to arrange and the process is going to be a cycle. So next, now I told you about what is public relations. I told you about what is publicity. I told you about some examples, some advantages, everything, I told you everything about that. But now, how do I apply public relations? How do I apply this important tool of publicity? Well, I didn't invent this, This public relations plan was done by Dr. Edward Bernays. He is the father of public relations, and really, really, this is so old, really old. But let me tell you something. From now on, just like a couple of years ago, we have seen that public relations are important for business. In the past, they told, like, I don't understand why is we do this. Marketing is the key. No, because now people don't believe to marketing. Now on, people don't believe to a business. People believe to people. So with this public relation plan, step by step, you can now take notes because this is important. I'm just giving you the step by step in general, okay? But you gotta apply it to a case that you're traveling now on. You gotta apply it to the future. You gotta apply it as a public relations plan to plan something important that you're gonna do on your startup or your enterprise. So first of all, we have to define the objective or the objectives of our public relations plan. What do I mean? What do I want to communicate? What do I want to do first? For what I want to use this public relations plan? For example, let's think that I have an enterprise of diapers, okay? So I sell diapers. I'm the best diaper for babies, okay? And I have an objective. I want to know why people are not buying my diapers. I want to know why babies are not using my diapers. That's my objective. What's happening in the topic of communication from my stakeholders inside and outside? What is happening? My objective is to discover why they are not buying my diapers. Now on, in the second step, let me tell you, we need to adapt the objectives so we can do it for little actions that are gonna be done. They are reachable. That can we achieve the goal to know why they are not buying? Why are they not buying my diapers? But most important in the step 3, you need to investigate or search your audience. Who are you trying to get from where you're trying to get information? Who are you talking with? Who you're gonna direct this plan? Who's gonna be the receptor, or who's gonna be the one that's gonna get your message? We gotta think really, really good. Who is it? Because if we don't talk or we don't make the same communication channel, this is gonna be so awful. And now, 4, you have to establish a strategy. That's important. We gotta establish it, yeah. But now we know what we're gonna do, or for who is that strategy, yeah? So in the 5th point, it's important. Now we know why are we doing this. Now we know for who we are doing this, yeah? Now, why we're doing this, and now what I'm gonna communicate. For what I'm doing this public relations plan. We gotta think, what is the message that I'm going to give to my stakeholder, the inside or the outside? We have to search. The basis of a good plan in public relations is information. You gotta get a lot of information to understand the context, to understand the process, to understand how can I get that solution, an achievable solution, not just a dream, not just something, not just what I'm going to get, what I'm going to achieve. Now, we know the strategy. We know what we want to communicate, what we want to receive as a message. Yeah. So for example, my message is going to be like, I'm going to do a group, a focus group to understand parents that why are they not buying my diaper? What's happening? I have to make some key questions to know why they're not buying my diapers. I have quality, I have price, I have the best colors, I have drawings from the moment from cartoons, but why are you not buying my diapers? That's the focus question. Now that I know everything, that I got the information from the outside for getting, for searching, for getting some documents, now that I document by a focus group, now I had to schedule some actions according to my organization and according to my message and according to my audience. Yeah, now I need to know what activities I'm gonna do, what activities I'm gonna try to establish just to arrange that problem. And then I got to specify a tactical plan and determine times. Obviously, everything has been done from the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 step. But if you don't apply everything, if you don't have a timing, if you don't know how much it's gonna work, if you don't know how it's gonna function everything, you're done. We can create images, we can create dreams, but if we don't do anything, things are not going to happen. So you have to specify a tactical plan. You got to specify what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it, when you're gonna do it, which one is responsible of each action. Yeah. So finally, we need to develop everything that we created, yeah, and adapt to the moment. Do you remember that I told you that the public relation person, it's gonna be like a little soldier that is gonna be around, that is gonna be listening, that is gonna be checking, that is gonna be taking notes, that it's going to be trying to understand what is happening, yeah? Well, you need to adapt it to the moment. That public relations plan is not done just for one time. It's not a manual to get it and get it on your room and in the desk and with a lot of mess. No. You can't forget it. You can't. That thing that you made, the public relations plan, is something that you will use frequently, but you have to do it as a cycle. You have to understand the moment in which we are here. We have to understand globalization. We gotta understand social media. You gotta adapt it to the moment, and you gotta be checking that everything that worked to solve that specific problem is working also. Yeah, it's not, for example, that you're gonna get some diet and there's like, yeah, I do it 2 months and then I'm so good and then I'm gonna forget the diet. No, you're gonna get fat again. Really, you're gonna get fat if you don't just schedule something disciplined. So if you're not scheduling something, you're not trying to repeat it, it's not going to be a cycle, the problem is going to happen again. And you gotta see that if you don't trust it, it's not going to work. If you don't repeat it, if you don't see if it's working, if you don't measure the results, that's not going to work. So next, let me tell you some hacks about public relations. First of all, effective communication. Public relations, the basis of everything is communication. Communication sounds as an easy word, but actually it's not easy. It's a trouble, a very, very big problem that a human has. As humans, we don't understand how to communicate. We know how to talk, we know how to sing, we know everything, but effective communication is a big problem that humanity has. What do I mean with this? Effective communication is not just giving a message and let me see if he or she understands whatever. It's not my problem. No, that's not effective communication. Effective communication is to think really good in my public, to think really good, to search, to get documents, to get information so I can make or create a message that is understandable for the person, the group, or the stakeholder that I'm gonna connect. That's effective communication. Effective communication is to understand the one that I'm going to communicate. Not just to say something for saying it. No, just to have an objective to communicate. Number two, another hack important is that you have to have on mind that you have to go to events. You gotta attend events. I don't mean Every event. I don't mean weddings, I don't mean parties. Yeah, that kind of events are important. They are important if there is going to be people that you need to connect with. What do I mean? You need to understand that there in events, there's a lot of people. There are a lot of relations. There are a lot of connections. You need to talk to people. You need to listen to people. You need to share, communicate with people. Remember, now on it's people to people, no business to people, no business to business. It's people, human to human. So on that events, there are a lot of humans, incredible person, incredible people that would listen to you, that would share information. You're gonna exchange synergy. Remember, synergy. So try to focus on the events that are focused on your area. If you are a startup about technology, focus. Where are the most important events for technology? I gotta be there. If you are a very important hotel, which part of the world or where are the most important events that I have to be to connect with real CEOs from hotels? You gotta be specifically in that place and time with an objective. That's all. You don't have to be in every place. When you're going to attend an event, you have to think what I'm going to get of going to that event, who I'm gonna meet in that event, who I'm gonna talk with, who is gonna be on that event that I need to connect, then I need to make synergy. So then you're gonna go, yeah, to a wedding, yeah, to a party, yeah, to an art gallery, I don't know, whatever, but there's gonna be someone that you need to connect with. And that is when you're gonna get long-term relationships. Third hack, check social networks, check social media every day. We gotta understand that since pandemic thing has come, since COVID-19 had appeared to the world, everybody is watching social media. If you are a person that don't understand anything, let's go to YouTube and learn. Ask people, ask your friends, ask your son. You need to get involved in social media. Everything now on is in social media. Let me tell you something. Just easier question. When you're trying to prepare a chocolate cake, where do you go? Do you go to a book? Do you go to YouTube? Do you go to TV? Actually, no. A couple years since COVID-19, everybody is looking for recipes in TikTok. Everybody is looking for recipes in Instagram. Everybody is looking for recipes in little content, micro content. What do I mean? You need to be actualized with everything. You need to be in the technology. You need to be in the 2020 century. You need to be in the 2021 year. You need to be involved in social media. I know that social media sometimes is kind of difficult because, time, I have to do some business, I have to do something, I have to leave, and that's just time thrown to trash. No, if you know how to use it correctly, you can get a lot of good things. So just don't forget, people to people. We need to connect with people in events. Really, that's true. But we need to understand that people now, they are on social media. So if you want to connect with people, if you want to find people, there's another channel that you can get it just on cell phone. And the last two hacks, avoid saturation. What do I mean on avoiding saturation? Marketing is so awful on that. You have noticed that. You go to Instagram, you go to YouTube, even in the street, there are a lot of commercials, right? Just see information everywhere. You are looking everywhere, marketing and sales and products and blah, blah, blah. Are you tired for that? Are you tired of being so troubled with a lot of information? So what is going to be the problem? You gotta try and see that which is the limit of your enterprise, which is the limit of your business. How do I avoid that people hates me? There's gonna be a limit, but they have to be remembering me. They gotta be, come in, yeah, no problem. You gotta see which is the limit for your comment, which is the limit for your product. You gotta see which is the limit of your stakeholders, really. So in the last term, look for a differentiator. You need to be different from your competitors. We don't buy to Nike or we don't buy to Adidas just because they are good. We buy to them because they are different from the competitors. Why they are the biggest merch in the world? Because they are different. Because they are connecting to people. Because they are telling you which colors do you like. Just design your tennis shoes. They're gonna be for you. They're special for you. They're gonna feel, they make you feel important. They make you feel a good experience. So just don't don't remember about marketing. Remember about connecting with people. Now, I think that I have 15 minutes left, 10 minutes left. I would like to listen some questions. Maybe some things are not clear. Maybe I'm a little bit nervous because it's my first time speaking in English for this conference, but I'm listening if anybody has a question. Is there any questions?
Thank you very much. Okay, we have some questions here. The first one is, do you think the emerging trending topics that appear and disappear every day are as important as long-term public relations?
Yeah, let me tell you something important. There's a connection between both things you're saying. World moves so quickly. Yeah. We need to understand that we are on a marathon in these things. You need to understand that they are important because that's what people talking about. That is what people has in mind. Yeah. But long-term relationships makes you connect. It's not the same connection between a cell phone, between people to people. So my answer is both of them are important. But for me, most important, they are the long-term relationships.
Okay, thanks. The next question is, in marketing, is it good to change the marketing strategy continuously, or is it better to keep it the same? Do we need previous research for that?
Yeah, obviously you need previous research. As I told you a few minutes ago, everything moves so quickly. So the one thing that you are trying right now is going to be the same for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. No. Everything goes so fast. We got to understand stakeholders. We got to understand people. We got to understand public. I don't thinking the same today as I thought yesterday. Yeah. So you have to have a continuous research. You have to be really, really paying attention of everything. And yeah, you gotta be changing your marketing strategy and public relations and publicity and everything that is involved in public relations are part of marketing. So you gotta be like kind of a big tree. Yeah. You have different parts of the tree. That's your marketing strategy. A big tree with different kinds of strategies. A little bit more higher, a little bit more a little bit like trying to see if it works. But no matter if you use marketing, just marketing, or you just public relations, everything has to move on. Everything has to be runway. Everything has to be fast as globalization is.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, do you think marketing affects how people see things?
Definitely, yes. Because marketing, for me, marketing is equal to sales. They just create to sell. There's not another objective of marketing. Obviously, as a startup or as an enterprise, we need to sell. Yeah, we need money. That's true. Yeah. But what I mean is that marketing sometimes is oh my God, so crazy. They have so many ideas that just don't connect how human has to be, does not connect how we gotta be as humans. So sometimes marketing makes us to take not too good decisions, not to make so good decisions. So I don't think that marketing is wrong, okay? So just understand this. I'm not saying that marketing is bad, that don't choose marketing, that marketing is gonna die. No, I didn't say that, okay? What I mean is that we need to change our chip of how marketing is being done right now. That's the key. We need to understand people to create strategies for people, not strategies for money. Okay? So did that answer your question? If not, let me be clear.
Everything is all right. Okay, that was the last question. So first of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Velasco for sharing her knowledge and experience with all of us. And as a member of the organizing committee of this IEEE uh, EMFS ISC in Latin America 2021, Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, in its fourth edition, I'll proceed to give this certification to you, Ms. Velasco. Let me share my screen.
Yep. It's ready.
So, la Sociedad de Ingeniería en Medicina y Biología de la MBS, a través del Comité Organizador del Congreso Internacional de Estudiantes Latinoamérica 2021, otorga el presente reconocimiento a Daniela Velasco Barocio por su participación como ponente en la conferencia Public Relations for Startups, How to Take Them to the Strategy Level, en la cuarta edición del Congreso Internacional de Estudiantes en Latinoamérica ISC Latinoamérica 2021, realizado del 4 al 6 de noviembre de 2021 en Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Muchísimas gracias. Okay, so this certification will also be sent to you soon to your email address, and we thank you again for your participation in this Congress.
Thank you.
And to all the present in this meeting, we also thank you for your assistance, and we hope you stay tuned for the next one. Good afternoon, and keep enjoying the Congress. Goodbye.